But I think that she realizes that Teresa may not be coming back to New Jersey. And I think for the first time in years, Dolores is like, I had to kiss that ass. I think that's the true reason why Dolores has found her voice. I don't think it has to do with the fucking $50,000 after taxes, $30,000 from traders. There's all this talk about Dolores. You're not going to RHORI, but she knows the future of New Jersey ain't that she knows the future of New Jersey is not Teresa. So I think Dolores feels free for the very first time. This is her FU to Teresa, posting this with Tamra. Also, all the girls just went to a Broadway show, not Aiden, but it was Dolores, Margaret, Melissa, Fuda, and Cabral. But that's exactly, what they're look. This is what the Miami girls did for years. They posted together and they tried to say, "Hey, bring us back." Well, I mean, is Jersey trying to do that? Are they begging the producers, "Look at me, look at me. It's all of us without Teresa and Aiden." I don't know if that's exactly going to work, but Dolores, it's like Stockholm Syndrome. She feels free for the first time and she's like, "I don't have to kiss Teresa's ass because Teresa is not the future of RHONJ anymore. I feel free." I don't like Paige DeSorbo. I feel free. I don't have to be nice to this guy where I knew it wasn't the right relationship, but did she use Craig? I don't know. A lot of you think she did. Yeah, the slob kebab Aiden was not in that picture either. So they're trying to ice those two out. They are trying. RHONJ Cast is trying to ice out Teresa. They're trying to exile Teresa. They are trying to shun Teresa. They are trying to isolate Teresa and say, "Look at me. Here, the show can go on without Teresa," which it kind of could. I think it's very interesting that I think it's very interesting that they are. uh, So that's that. So that's Dolores and the fuck you to Teresa, and she's posting the picture with Tamra and the whole cast now. I mean, how do you think Teresa feels when she's minding her own business and she's a picture pop up with Dolores and her ultimate enemy, Margaret, Teresa's enemy? But here's the deal. Now Gia, Junior G. My friend Junior G. God, why are we talking so much about New Jersey? I mean, you guys seem to like it. Junior G. So she claps back at Dolores for Teresa. So Dolores is angry at Teresa. She's going out looking for Tamra to get a picture. She's hanging out with Margaret and Melissa to say, "Fuck you, Teresa. I'm free." Teresa doesn't get her hands dirty. That's the whole reason Melissa's old nose existed. So, how does Teresa clap back at Dolores? She gets Gia to do it. My friend Junior G. Now, Junior G had Lexi Manzo. All of a sudden, Lexi Manzo, who's in the closet, we have not heard from Lexi Manzo in decades. Dina Manzo wants nothing to do with RHONJ, doesn't even come to Teresa's wedding also because they saw some shady business with Louis when they were on vacation together. But Dina Manzo doesn't even want to step foot in New Jersey. Yeah, I know Tommy, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, that's over with. So we haven't heard from Lexi Manzo in 2 decades. So all of a sudden, to clap back at Dolores, instead of doing it directly, Teresa gets Junior G. Gia has Lexi on her podcast. Now, what does that have to do with Dolores? Well, it was a very calculated move because here they are. They're just talking about, Tommy and Caroline. All of a sudden, it's Lexi Manzo. I think we should talk about Aunt Caroline and all these people. I mean, Gia almost went to law school, so she's a good researcher. She has the questions ready. Lawyers know how to ask questions, right? So, see, Junior G don't need no law school. She's got the next gen. But all of a sudden, the conversation on Gia's podcast turns to Dolores, and they read Dolores for filth, Lexi. I mean, now also, and then the tree huggers. I mean, I did not listen to Gia's podcast. Oh, the tree huggers are having a field day with this. They are destroying Dolores. So you mean to tell me just because Dolores is hanging out with Tamra and over Teresa at the moment, now there's going to be that you're like, they're going crazy. Isn't Dolores your girl, tree huggers? Oh, they are talking about how disgusting it is. Dolores wrote this letter for Tommy Manzo. So we have Junior G. She has on Lexi, and somehow they make this all about Dolores because Dolores has not been behaving. She's gone after Teresa. Just listed it Alexi, talk about the abuse. Now the tree huggers are having a field day at the hands of Tommy Manzo. I'm sorry, but Dolores is an absolute disgrace for writing a support letter. So, Lexi didn't really, I guess, trash Dolo that much, but she did a little bit. But the tree huggers took this too. Man, you guys are tough. I'm just reading this. I mean, it seems like Tommy Manzo's a real fucking psychotic, crazy person here. And of course, somehow Lexi confirmed her mother's relationship. Dina with Caroline fell apart in season two. Okay, so somehow this all comes out, this interview of Dina and Caroline falling apart somehow has to do with Teresa. Um, Somehow has to do with Dolores, and Dolores wrote the letter, and she's a scumbag. And oh my God, let me see what the OG should lead RHONJ. Oh my God, let's stop pretending. Oh my God, now they're saying, I mean, these tree huggers, man, they don't stop. So there you go. That's what's happening. Oh, one more thing. I don't want to just have this be about Jersey, and then we have to go. Ramona, the Ramona coaster. Ramona, did you see Ramona? She was at some event, and I think she's back in New York last week. And by the way, in case anyone is wondering, Ramona, and I do believe this, Ramona is just enjoying life. She would not go back to the RHONY, the Stinga. Well, Ramona, you're not dumb. You used a really bad word, honey, that showed us a bunch of stuff to page 6. And by the way, in addition to that, you also are 67 and they're not going to ask you back. But I do believe when Ramona says she's just, in case anyone's wondering, she's enjoying life. She's playing tennis. She's swimming. She's eating. She's going to her gym. She's going on. And of course, then she says, oh, and by the way, you have to look up Avery's business Batch Boss. I didn't really know Batch Boss was still around. No offense to Avery, but she gets that plug in there. But Ramona's enjoying her life. She would never go back. But here's what I find interesting. She defended Sonja Morgan. She says she's reached out to Sonja since all of this, and it was a big misunderstanding. Here we go. So this is how Sonja gets enabled. So now you have Ramona in the press, like speaking out and saying, oh, it's just a big misunderstanding and everything is okay with Sonja. Everything is not okay with Sonja. But for those of you wondering, Ramona is defending Sonja Morgan. Now, she doesn't want to be seen with Sonja Morgan. Ramona only wants to be seen with very rich people. She's in Palm Beach in the winter. She's in the Hamptons. Thank God I haven't seen her this weekend in the summer. She goes to Aspen in between, and she goes to New York City in between. It's really funny how all of us are New Yorkers and we spend, like, at the end of the day, very little time in New York, which I can't even talk about that because psychologically that fucks me up. But Ramona is defending Sonja. Everything is okay with Sonja. And there you go. Let's see what happens with Jesse and Erika. And enjoy your freedom page. Summer House, we're about to wrap it up. Let's see what happens. And that's it, guys. There you go. That's our story for today. Did I fit all that